Well, hey there, everybody. It is really good to see you, and really good to see you as well.
Thank you.
And we want to welcome you all here with us tonight. Listen, it is January 2021. We haven't been back yet this year, but here we are, January 2021, and it's, of course, Monday night. And you know what Monday night means?
Marriage Monday.
That's right. Marriage Monday, we want to welcome you back. I'm Kevin, this is Lisa. We like to talk about marriage, we like to talk about yours, and we like to talk about ours, and we want to encourage you. That's kind of who we are a little bit. Actually, who are we? It's a really good question. What are we doing here? Who do we think we are? Well, here's who we are. Kevin and Lisa, we're marriage fans, right?
True. Yeah. Marriage motivators, I like to think.
We're marriage advisors.
Yeah, marriage, I don't know, influencers for the better? Marriage?
Marriage influencers, yeah. We're marriage cheerleaders. We're marriage way-to-goers. We're marriage...
Cheerleaders, yes, yeah. I like that. We're marriage cheerleaders.
We're marriage, you can do it. So
yes.
That's why we're here tonight. And as we go ahead and get started, we're thankful to have all of you who are with us here, who are live. It's great to see you. Why don't you do this? Just jump into the chat.
Yeah.
If you are live with us, just say hi to each other. I know a lot of you do know each other. You're kind of here every time we do Marriage Monday.
Yes.
It is really good to have you.
And we appreciate that. Thank you.
And if you're watching this not live, a little bit later on, we get so many of you who do watch later on and then kind of enjoy these live streams, but also communicate. It's great to have you here as well. So, what is the goal of Marriage Monday since it's 2021? What do you think?
Good
What's our
question.
goal? What's the whole purpose of Marriage Monday? It's good for us to remember this.
To get off Netflix?
Yeah, it's just to take 45 minutes and not watch Netflix, right?
No, I'm just kidding. It's
okay, Amazon Prime.
It's time for a reset. We always like to say that right. It's great to come together as married couples and just have a reset. We can always use a reset in our marriages.
So if you know us, Kevin and Lisa, we always say this, right? If you, no matter what your week has been or your couple weeks have been, no matter what your month has been or couple months have been, it's always good to have a reset. And reset is really, this idea of reset, I just want to make sure you understand it's
normal.
It's something we do all the time, right? We reset all the time. I don't think we actually think that we reset all the time, but if you think about it, every single day you get out of your bed, and most of you do what? When you get out of your bed, or at least some point...
You make your bed.
You make your bed. And what is that? Well, that's a reset. All the dishes that get dirty every day, you end up washing them, right? And that's a reset. And your laundry piles up, and you wash it, and that's a reset.
And then you wash it again.
And then you wash it, reset again. And that's actually our point. Your oil needs to be changed in your car. Guess what that is? It's a reset. So in our marriages, right?
Our marriages are no different. They really do need a reset all the time just to keep them fresh and growing.
Yeah. So, I see our son-in-law says the first thing he does is hit the snooze alarm when he wakes up. Yes, but it's true. But eventually somebody makes the bed. I don't know if he does or our daughter does, but either way.
No, that's great. And, we've got a lot of good stuff tonight. I'm very excited about the things that we're going to talk about in this episode. But before we get started,
before we get started and the things that we want to talk about tonight, we definitely want to talk about this. And this is sort of what do they call it in the showbiz world? Like we know anything about the showbiz world, but what they call this is a teaser. This is hey, we're going to come back to this.
Okay.
So hang around. We're going to talk about this a little bit later. But what we want to talk about is we want to talk about this week in front of us tonight, and then we want to talk about 1 month from now.
A month from now, that's right.
About 1 month from now.
Yeah, almost exactly.
Almost exactly.
To maybe a day over 1 month.
Yeah, and so what's 1 month from now?
Well, that's February 27th, and that is our marriage conference.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. The marriage conference.
The name's changed a little bit, but it's still our marriage conference, and we're excited about that.
We've been talking about the marriage conference coming now for a while. So again, if you're new here, you don't worry about this. But if you've been sort of following Marriage Mondays, you know that we've been talking about this. And when it started last year, this was a few months ago, we actually started talking about this. Say, make sure this day is free. And you remember we started, or at least I started calling it Kevin and Lisa's Great Big Marriage Thing. We were going to have this really, really great big, massive marriage conference.
It's true.
It was going to be amazing.
Yes. We had hotels booked for you.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not exactly the way it turned out.
No.
But here's what's really great. We're going to talk about this a little bit later. We've got a really awesome conference plan. So we were thinking, we'll explain this later, we were thinking maybe it'll be more like a retreat, but now it's turning into a conference. But we're going to be here on the stage. We're going to have some really special people on that day on the stage as well.
Can I tell them the name of the conference now?
Yeah, and the name of the conference is?
The name of the conference is the Stay Home Marriage Conference.
The Stay Home Marriage.
It's a little different than Kevin and Lisa's great big marriage thing.
I kind of like Kevin.
I like it. I like staying at home. So
home.
The Stay Home Marriage Conference.
Right, there you go. So we're going to talk about that just in a little bit. So
still happening February 27th.
Yeah, but hang around. You want to get those details. We're not going to be super long tonight. You want to get those details before we're done, and we are excited about that. Next.
Yes. So what's going on now? What's happening this week?
What is happening this week? So what does anyone know? Put this in chat. Does anyone know what tomorrow is? What is tomorrow? So today's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. What's so special about tomorrow? I can tell you it's not the Super Bowl. What is tomorrow? Does anybody know? Anybody have any idea?
There's a prize
what
if you can tell us.
Don't say that. There's no prize. Don't lie to people. Take advantage of people. There's no prize. Except the prize of knowing you're far superior to everybody else.
What's tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? It's a special day in your calendar.
Nobody knows. We stumped them for once.
No one's saying it?
Here's what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is, well, do you want to tell us?
Tomorrow is National Spouse Day.
National Spouse Day.
Yes, yeah.
National Spouses Day.
National Spouses Day, tomorrow.
And what nation celebrates National Spouses Day?
Go ahead, Google it right now. It's tomorrow. Sorry?
What nation celebrates National Spouses Day?
Apparently, all the nations. It's a worldwide. It's a worldwide. Google it. I did.
Yeah, we don't want people to go. You want them to watch us. You keep telling them to hang up
people
and
are
go
saying,
to the computer.
Albert says he's never heard of it.
Yeah.
Liberty says there's a thing.
Michaela's retracted her message.
It's National Spouses Day.
That means she's angry about something. There's a thing, Liberty. Yeah, it's true. There is a thing. So here's what we know about National Spouses Day. Honestly, it just popped up in our calendar, and we thought, well, how about that? Let's talk about that. This is a really great thing. And it started somewhere in the 80s, I guess. And let's be honest, it's probably driven by big greeting card companies, not big pharma, but big.
You think?
Big card companies. I don't know.
I don't know. But it's worldwide.
Yeah.
So
Whoever came up with it. Let's get on to it, though. National Spouses Day. Let me explain to you a little bit about what National Spouses Day is. Are you ready for this? Get off Google, even though Lisa told you 5 times to go on Google. Get off Google, listen to this. I've Googled it for you. National Spouses Day, everybody. It's on January 26th. That's tomorrow. Each year, you are to celebrate the bond, or it is to celebrate the bonds between two married people.
Wow.
That's you and me.
So what have we got planned for National Spouse Day?
Well, let me finish reading first, and then we can talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's between two married people. We're supposed to set aside time to show each other gratitude.
Nice.
That's what we've got planned tomorrow.
That's what we have planned.
You're going to be grateful for this right here.
I am, honey. I am grateful.
All right, I'll keep reading. National Spouses Day is dedicated to recognizing spouses everywhere. Recognizing everywhere, just like you said. Not an American holiday.
Worldwide.
Not a Canadian holiday.
That's right. Yeah.
Worldwide. Recognizing spouses everywhere, the observance reminds us to take time for our mate, from being thankful to the fulfillment and security of a long-term relationship and the boost of morale and well-being that is provided by our spouses. There are many reasons to celebrate National Spouses Day. This day is a time to show your spouse. Here it is, everybody, especially Albert, who's never heard of it before. This is a day to show your spouse that you care and appreciate all the things that he or she does for you and the home.
Very nice.
Life gets busy. Can I get an amen? And we can often take for granted how the spouse improves our life. We should, on National Spouses Day, pay a heartfelt thank you or compliment to the love of our life. Wait, there's more. Since the day is a non-gift giving day.
Oh.
I just want to pause for a minute and say that again so all the men hear it. It's a non-gift giving day. It's the best holiday
Who decided
of the year.
that?
It's a non-gift giving day. And since it's a non-gift giving day, you are supposed to, 1, spend time together, and 2, reconnect with one another. And don't forget to say, I love you, because that's not a gift. If it's been a while since you have expressed appreciation to the one with whom you are married to, now is your chance. Actually, tomorrow is your chance. Again, this day is not about giving gifts, but spending time together, enjoying each other, and appreciating each other. Use hashtag National Spouses Day. That's hashtag National Spouses Day to post on social media. So we look forward to seeing many posts on your Facebook / Instagram / Twitter /
just social media. We shouldn't even mention what platform. Just social media.
Don't give them a shout out, right?
No.
But maybe you want to just take your phone and take a selfie of you and your spouse and drop that on hashtag National Spouses Day. Was that what hashtag? Yeah.
National Spouses Day.
We have confirmation.
Hashtag.
It's true. We have confirmation. So that is what tomorrow is. And here's what we thought. Since we're going to talk about, since it's National Spouses Day tomorrow, let's talk about why don't Kevin and Lisa officially declare this week National Spouses Week?
Wow.
You can hashtag that and it will not go viral at all, but National Spouses Week.
Yep.
Look, it's 2021. We've been doing this for almost a year now. Wow. These people here who've been watching us have been doing whatever they've been doing for almost a year now. And what I mean is we've been in some form of lockdown / pandemic / weird life that we've all been living.
Very weird.
And if you are in Canada, especially if you are in Ontario where we live, in Southern Ontario in the Toronto area, we are back in a major lockdown again.
That's true.
And it feels like we've almost gone back a whole year again. It's starting to feel that way. It's like, really? I thought, this summer we kind of thought we were getting through, but it feels a little bit like it's a year ago right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's true. And we've heard that people are kind of feeling a little tired, a little bit frustrated, a little bit cabin fever, especially where we live. You can't really, although it's been a nice January, you have to give credit to the weather for that. But anyway, it's been tough just to be cooped up in homes, and so it was suggested to us that maybe this week we don't need to do some in-depth lesson that's going to make you work your brain too much and make you, stress too much. I'm not going to, talk about the science of this or the psychology of that. We have something special for you that's just going to really, hopefully, we're hoping that it will meet you where you're at tonight. Yeah,
our great collection of 3 or 4 fans let us know that this Tuesday night we don't need a lot.
Monday night, honey.
This Monday
night.
See,
our brains are just slower.
This Monday night we don't need a lot of heavy science. Just give us some easy things.
Yeah.
So that's what Kevin and Lisa are all about.
I agree. I feel that way.
Marriage is easy. Let's give you easy things, right? So that's what we're going to do. And since it's National Spouses Week,
yes,
that just sets or National Spouses Day, but we're calling it National Spouses Week. So here's some things really quick. We have now taken enough of your time. Thanks everybody for being with us. Let's go ahead and jump right in and give you some suggestions. And these are things that we're going to do this week.
Absolutely.
Just giving you a heads up. This is what we're going to do this week.
I know.
This is the kind of people we're going to be this week.
I like it.
Time for us to sit up straight.
We even actually started it a little bit today.
We did.
I'm excited.
And so here's what we
want
to do.
Reset our week into National Spouse Week. I like it.
Instead of doing, and instead of us telling you what you have to do this week, we're just telling you what we're going to do this week, and we want to invite you. Since it's National Spouses Week, we want to invite you to do it with us this week. We won't hold you accountable at all, and don't call us, but do it with us this week. We want you to. Here's the first thing. We want to give you a challenge to do with us this week. One time this week. Just one? Is that the challenge? Just one time this week?
Yeah.
But if you can do more, that's fine. One time this week, go for a walk together.
Oh.
Go for a walk
Very
together.
nice. But we want it to be a special walk, not just any walk. Yes, not just any walk. And also if you are in the Southern Ontario area, I heard there's going to be like 60% chance of a lot of snow tomorrow. So maybe not tomorrow. It is.
Snow tomorrow?
But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think the sun's going to come out. and be a little bit warmer on Wednesday, and then colder on Thursday, even more colder on Friday, and even more colder on Saturday. So Wednesday seems like a good day to choose for the walk.
Where the motivation? Are we trying to talk people out of going for a walk?
No, I'm just saying
Bundle up?
get on it Wednesday.
Get on it Wednesday.
But we want
National
you
Walk
to,
Day, Wednesday.
on your walk, choose 3 things. Since we are a faith community here talking to each other about our marriages, and we do include God in our marriages, we want to decide 3 things that we're going to pray about together on our walk. Before you go on the walk, 3 things you want to pray about. And I just love that. I love the idea. We all pray individually, but I love the idea of us unifying together in prayer. And you can wrap it in the scripture, a beautiful scripture in Matthew 18, verse 19, that says, if 2 of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. Beautiful words that you can just kind of wrap that prayer walk in. I love that.
Yeah, I know when we spend some time walking, and we try our best to do it, honestly, truth be told, we do our best to go for a walk every single day. And we find we find it's hard to do, to be honest. You have to sort of make time. You got to work around work schedules and
so important.
All the things that you're juggling. You got lots of plates spinning, balls in air, etc. But we do try to do that personally. And what we find is it does allow a really great time to do kind of 2 things. One, as Lisa's suggesting, to spend some time in prayer. We do that a lot. It's very helpful for us. But also, we spend a lot of time just talking, and we kind of sort ourselves out a little bit.
Amazing.
Sort me out a lot.
Yes, it's therapy.
Figure things out. Where are we going? What is our direction? We do have children. They're adult children now, but especially when we used to walk and when they weren't adult children, we'd talk about our kids. Who's kidding who? We still talk about our kids and their spouses when we go for our walks now. So that's a really great suggestion,
Yeah.
but let's pause, or let me rewind the tape again. And for those of you who are followers of God, who are married together, make a decision to go for a walk once this week. And when you do, as you go or before you even go, decide what are 3 things that we're unified on, like the scripture Lisa read, that we're going to pray about together. It doesn't have to be a long prayer necessarily, but a prayer nonetheless. Now, for those of you who are feeling a little bit defensive, you might be saying to yourself, you know what, I hate walks. I hate walks, and it's wintertime. I don't want to go for a walk in the wintertime. Or perhaps you are in a situation where you physically cannot go for a walk. So we want to be sensitive to that. So let's just start breaking down. If you are feeling that and you're feeling like, well, that's not fair, let me just say this. If you can't go for a walk, then maybe just sort of go to the post box and back together. If you can't do that, maybe just go to the backyard together or out to the driveway together. You say, I don't have a backyard or a driveway. Okay. If you can't go for a walk, maybe just go out to the balcony. Both of you together, wrap up, go out on the balcony and sort of look out and enjoy the view, and then have a little prayer while you're out there as well. You say, well, you're still wrong, Kevin, because we live in an apartment, but we don't have a balcony. Okay. Okay, don't get wrapped up, but walk up to a window. Stand at a window for 5 minutes. Talk about 3 things that you want to pray about. Look out the window at what is got to be some kind of nature and see God's creation and pray a little bit there. You say, well, our windows aren't very clean and our windows look into our next door neighbor. That's not very inspirational. Okay, all right, you're winning here.
I don't think they're as defensive as you think they are.
I've got it. Go to your computer and put on that screensaver, the one with the palm trees and the sand beach and the blue water. Put that on your computer. Both of you stand there, maybe put your bathing suits on, stare at that, hold hands, and pray about the 3 things that you talked about.
That was very thorough. Excellent.
Did I pick apart all the excuses?
Wonderful.
All right, yeah. So.
Okay, now the next thing that we want to do this week ourselves, and we invite you to join us as well, and we think it's so appropriate for the times we're in, is to together, not just one of you, but together, make a list of some of the people that you know. We're going to make a list of some of the people that we know who live alone. Yeah. And our hearts really do go out to people right now who are in the lockdown and who are living alone. And so make a list of those people and then plan to do something that would encourage them. You could write a card, put it in the mail, send them something through the mail, maybe a food delivery, Uber Eats, or something that would really encourage them. And it's ultimately going to encourage you to really know that you're a part of making your community a more positive place, which is so necessary right now.
Yeah. There's some, we You know, the interesting thing, if you start thinking about people who might be in this situation, you actually probably know more than you think you know of people who are in possibly some kind of need, or at very least are in need of just
emotionally.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely,
And
definitely.
So this is what we're going to do in National Spouses Week, National Spouse Day tomorrow, but National Spouses Week, as we appreciate and are grateful for each other and the good that each other brings to us, ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, what about those that kind of are not in that similar situation? So think about them. I know we've got even some people on our street that we really value and care for very much. And, you know, maybe you want to jump on some of the delivery services, like Lisa said, and send some food, or maybe you want to jump on delivery service. What's one of them? Oh, I don't know, maybe Amazon, and send a package or a little gift or something to their place. My only warning is this. We heard this week. It's kind of a funny story. If you do send somebody a package on Amazon, maybe let them know that you're going to do that. We had a friend of ours who received a gift from somebody else. The person just did this, went on Amazon, bought them a gift, sent it to their address.
True story, true story.
They got it, didn't know who it was from, got suspicious.
They felt very suspicious.
Yeah, thought this is not right. What is this? Maybe I'm going to throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, you don't need to go into all the details, except for the most important one. They did call the police.
They called the police, all because someone sent a gift. So if you're going to do that this week, just give them a little heads up. Maybe
it has a great end to the story. It all got sorted out. But,
it all got sorted out. The gift was not thrown in the garbage. Yay!
Yeah. And the police were very helpful, so they actually tracked, you know, the whole thing. And
we'd like to just say right now to the police services that we are not recommending you call the police every time you get a delivery at your house. So anyway,
oh my goodness, that's so great.
Look out for somebody who might be in need, especially this crazy time of lockdown.
Yeah. Oh, and there was a wonderful scripture too. We think about that idea again. It really is a gift to yourself, which is not ultimately why you're doing it, but we know that the Bible teaches us in Acts chapter 20, verse 35, and I know most of you can say it right in the chat. You know, it is more blessed to give than to receive. And what a wonderful thing you're going to do for that person that you're serving, but also that you'll do for your spouse and each other, to do it together.
Yep.
I love it. I love that idea. Yeah.
Great. Third thing we're going to do this week.
Okay.
And we want you to not do it with us. That sounds weird. Do it
no,
with us,
we want you to plan a great week for you and your spouse.
With us.
You may have better ideas than what we're coming up with, and that's okay too. But this
we're
one,
in a lockdown. Okay? Give us a break.
Yeah, really. So that being said, that we're in a lockdown, plan a special date this week in your bedroom. With your spouse.
You and me.
Yes, you and I.
We're going to do this.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
And you should do this.
But what we're going to do though is the task that we have. You might want to remember this: is that we are going to.
Sorry, excuse me, everybody. This is important.
Yeah. So what we're going to do though is plan the date together, but also separately. We're going to bring something to the date that we know will encourage the other person.
Right.
So you know, when you're doing groceries, maybe pick up your husband's favorite chocolate bar, oh Henry, or something like that. You know, do something special.
Snacks in the bedroom.
Or
My word.
Yeah, no, maybe it's not that. You have to be creative because we are in a lockdown, so that's a difficult one, but we just thought it'd be nice to kind of do something special that shows you really appreciate each other.
So think about, have a date in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Think about
something you know. It could be random too. It could be something
really enjoy.
Yes, yeah.
So
and then
what
also,
I would say to you is if you just brought yourself to our bedroom, that's the gift that I would like.
Oh, that's so sweet.
See what I did there?
No Henry bars.
Well, okay, I'll accept I'll accept
But also,
candy bar.
Also, you know, this date we want to plan some sort of activity, not just, you know, vegging in front of the TV, but like, don't look like that. I mean, like
way ahead of you, babe.
You could think of a game you could play together, or you could think of. No, that's not the part yet that I'm talking about.
Yet.
No, we're talking about, or even like, I heard a great idea this week of a couple that they like to find their favorite childhood movies and watch them together. That's so cute. Just be kids again and watch a childhood movie that they really love.
Childhood movies. Wow.
Yeah, what would that be for you?
Oh my gosh, we're 100 years old.
Okay,
What's a childhood
forget
movie?
it.
Is Shirley Temple?
I know that you know what I'm talking about, and that we just think is a great idea for
Reruns
this week.
Of Happy Days, I suppose that'd be Gilligan's Island. Is that? All right. Anyways, back to.
Yeah.
Sorry to.
No, go ahead. Why don't you elaborate on the date idea during a lockdown?
So yeah, we're just suggesting. Look, we get it. It's crazy. Everybody's feeling a little nutty right now. I can't believe we're back. It's the way it is. But you're still married. And so you just want to take that little bit of time, right? Spend a little bit of time walking together, spend a little bit of time looking out for other people who are in your community, and spend National Spouses Day a little bit of time really sort of paying attention
Oh,
to
I know.
each
We
other.
wanted to ask the chat actually when the last time people did have a date. Like, it has been challenging to do that. So I guess that would be calling people out too much. But we haven't. We were going to engage the chat a little bit more than we have been.
To engage the chat tonight, we weaponize shame.
No,
hey, everybody,
no,
when was the last
no.
time you went on a date?
No, we didn't really ask everyone how they're feeling.
I know what we can talk about, though, a little bit, and that is when it comes to having a date in your bedroom, there's some of our viewers, some of our fan base, some people who are watching. You know what's really cool about them? These people are so cool.
Tell me.
They don't have to have a date in their bedroom. You want to know why? What's presupposed in the word have a date in your bedroom is a lot of us who are married have to have a date in our bedroom because we're in lockdown and it's the only place that you can get any privacy in your home. Because you may have kids.
Right.
You may have parents. You may have roommates of some kind, right? But, remember the days, for those of you who let's just be jealous for a minute. There are some of you that don't have to have that date in your bedroom.
Oh,
you
wow.
can have that date all over your house. Can you imagine that, babe? Can you imagine what those days would be? You remember what they used to be like? Remember we used to walk around our apartment? We could go in any room we wanted at any time. Remember when we used to, even in the very house we live right now, do you remember those days where I could just sort of walk around with my shirt off and my underwear, anywhere, anytime? Oh, those were the days. Anyways, if you're my kids watching right now, don't feel bad.
No.
We're going to have a date in our bedroom, but it is good to think about those who are able to walk around your apartment because you don't have yet kids. Man, enjoy yourself.
Chris Ramos says he's got 18 years to go.
18 years to go before he'll ever walk around in his underwear. Sorry, Chris. Sorry about that. And for those of you who are empty nesters, man, eat it up. That's really great. So if you choose to start your date in the kitchen, move it to the living room and then to the bedroom, you are all big parts of National Spouses Day.
Okay, well, we've got one more, and it's the best one, we think. And we've got one more idea for National Spouse Week. Again, tomorrow is National Spouse Day, but we're deeming the whole week National Spouse Week. And so we have a connection exercise that we have called the sharing game that we want to give to you.
The sharing game.
You could use that even if you can't think of anything for your date. You can even do that.
And this is just for the spouses.
Just for the spouses,
a sharing game just between the spouses.
It's a game that will help you be vulnerable, connect, maybe have some deeper conversation.
Yep.
So maybe you don't want to do it on your date if you want to just have light, shallow fun. But this is another thing that we think during National Spouse Week would be a fantastic thing to do.
Could be really cool.
And I just want to explain really quickly because we're going to tell you how to get this. That it's just a time to talk about some things, and there's questions that prompt you to talk about things that are intriguing and that sort of disclose more of yourself to each other. And like for you and I think, I can't remember the questions, but sort of I think the first question is, if you could have one famous person over for dinner, who would it be? Or something like that. So the questions start shallow and they go deeper. They progress. There's 3 sets of questions, and they're to help you get closer to each other or just stimulate some closer conversation, which again, we're trying to give to you things that just help you get there without you having to try too much.
Yeah, and the goal of this, or actually how this was discovered, by the way, Kevin and Lisa did not come up with this. We were just basically taking this as something we have read about, and we were really kind of intrigued. It's a number of questions, and it is, as Lisa said, it's to make you feel, to really get that connection. But this is some real professional work has been done here, and what they've discovered is that it really does help increase the connectivity between two people who are really in love.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was written by, it really gained its popularity when a woman who, what magazine was it? It was the, well,
I think Chris is going to put it up on the screen, isn't he?
It's up on the screen
Is it up on the screen?
That's okay.
Yeah.
They probably can't read it anyways.
Yeah, well, just tell them how to get it.
Yeah, so here's what we want to encourage you to do is go ahead and download this. When we're done here, if you just look under where we are, if that even makes sense,
In
underneath
the bio
the video, in the bio
tonight's...
of the YouTube that you're watching here, there is a link for what's called the sharing game. Just press on that and it'll take you to our website and you can just download that. It's 36 questions to go through and it's really kind of neat.
Yeah, and there's instructions there, but I just wanted to give them a little bit of it.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I think typically, questions to get closer. How women feel generally. Is that exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And men generally feel?
Generally? I don't know.
36 questions. But it's National Spouses Week. Come on, give your spouse a break.
I think in our relationship, I'm lazier, less reflective than you are. So
can we talk?
Yeah.
Can we talk? Yeah. That happens once in a while. Yep.
Yeah, so no, that's great. Our gift to you for National Spouse Week.
Yeah, free of charge. Just
Yes.
go ahead and download that and enjoy. And if you get into an argument, don't call us.
Yeah, don't get into an argument on National Spouse Week.
Have you seen these people? These people don't get in arguments. No. These are the best marriages we've ever seen. Or something like that, right? All right, on to our final thing that we want to talk about.
Yes.
Before we move to that, just a little wrap up again. So this is just some of the stuff we're going to do this week. You said, what's tonight all about anyways? Well, it started with this. It's National Spouses Day tomorrow. We said it's going to be National Spouses Week, at least for us. Someone said to us, hey, don't do anything really heavy tonight. People can't handle it. They're in the middle of a lockdown. They're being stretched, so don't give us too much. We said,
too many Zoom calls they don't want to hear.
I don't want another one of those. Appreciate you being even live streaming with us tonight.
Yes.
Here's what we're going to do this week. We're going to go for a walk together. We're going to pray a little bit together. We're going to find somebody that we can serve in our community, in and around us. We encourage you to do the same thing. And we're going to
have a date.
Go to our bedroom and have a date and bring something that's kind of special for the other person, and hopefully then bring something that's really special for the other person as well. But that's enough of that. And then finally, this is the fourth thing. You can do it this week, next week, whichever you like. We encourage you, take advantage of that sharing game. And you'll have to block out about an hour together and really talk to one another. And you might be surprised how much you enjoy it. So those are the things that we are going to do this week and encourage you to do the same. But we're not done yet, right?
No.
Remember the teaser?
Yes.
What was the teaser about?
Our marriage conference, February 27th. The Stay Home Marriage Conference.
Saturday, February 27th.
That's right, yes.
The Stay Home Marriage Conference.
Yeah, a little different than what we had planned because we can't, we did have, anyway, never mind.
Yeah,
it's going to be fantastic, maybe even better than we planned.
Yeah, we started talking to you about this a couple months ago, and a couple months ago, you may remember, I was promising all kinds of things that I couldn't even deliver because we really thought and hoped that we would be able to do this. I'll tell you what we were going to do, and so let's talk about what we were going to do that we can't do now. What we were going to do is Lisa and I actually contacted a number of, with some help of some good friends, we contacted a number of hotels in the Toronto and Southern Ontario area.
Crown Plaza, Niagara Falls.
And we had all these discounted rates at a hotel, not one hotel. We weren't going to tell everybody to go to one hotel because it's COVID. We can't do that, right? But we thought, wouldn't it be really cool if we guys got you killer discounts? The hotels promised they were going to disinfect everything. You could just go to that room alone together for the weekend, stay there, bring your computer, have a great time, open your computer up on Saturday, join Kevin and Lisa for our retreat, and then you just have this really special weekend.
An all-day
It was a really great plan. But here was the problem. The government of Ontario said, you stay home.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. So we couldn't do that. We can't offer you that. I wouldn't encourage you to go to any hotels or anything like that. So we've changed, we've morphed, we've switched it. It's not a marriage retreat now. It is going to be a marriage conference, Saturday, February 27th.
Power-packed.
Let us tell you a little bit about it. It's going to be just about 2 hours long. It's going to start at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. We'll be done by 4. We want you to free out that time, if you would, please, and join us. We want to let you know that it's $20 for registration, $20 a couple, not $20 a person, $20 a couple. I think that's incredibly cheap.
That's amazing. That's pretty good.
I wanted to charge a lot more. I said we should really be charging a lot more. But people like my wife and Andrew Lewis said, come on, don't do that to people. $20 a couple. Here's what we want you to know, that registration will get you. You're ultimately, not right away, but you will be sent a private link, a private YouTube link. So it's not going to be sort of free like Marriage Monday. Not anybody will be able to be there. It's just going to be for the registrants. And we're really going to try to laser focus in on your marriage. And we're going to try as well to start addressing some issues that we don't always address on Marriage Monday at the Amazing Love Monday nights. Amazing Love Monday nights, we're doing our best, but as we said, we're marriage fans, we're marriage advocates, we're marriage cheerleaders.
That's right.
We're giving marriage advice, time-tested and true, good advice, we think, but we aren't able to give all in, like, I've got real problems, what should I do with this? And we get it, we can't always answer that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have that 2 hours together. We think it'll be very encouraging, but we are also bringing in a friend of ours who's become actually very dear to us, but she is a professional marriage and family therapist. Her name is Marian Gertz, and she is really a tremendous woman. She is a woman who has in the past really, with her visionary leadership, set up and led at Tyndale University and Seminary, they started something called the Family Life Center that is serving the community in the Toronto area with counseling, etc. Marian was a huge part of that, and we're thankful for her in that way. She's got articles or written articles for Focus on the Family. She's written or had an interview in Canadian Living. I think that's a magazine, right? So she's pretty sharp. She's pretty high powered. She's able to really speak authoritatively, but also with great compassion and kindness.
Very kind woman.
To a lot of the bigger challenges that we all can have in our marriage from time to time. So we're excited to have Marian joining us that day.
I am so excited. And so that being said, you need to invite all your friends and family and any married person that you know. Please be inviting them to this incredible, incredible opportunity to really sit and learn from an amazing, amazing woman who has had such an impact in communities really all around the world. So,
well, as you can tell, we really respect her a lot. We think she's going to be awesome. We've had lots of interaction with Marian before, and she has just always been fantastic. So, if you feel like, man, they're really bigging her up, because she's awesome. That's why we're doing that.
So now you have to come.
So let's go back over it again. So that is February 27th. That's Saturday. It starts at 2, be done at 4. I want you to clear out the kids. Don't do anything bad to clear them out, but make plans for that right now. Want you to register. It's $20 per couple. That's a steal. And then here, an added bonus. How about that? They need an added bonus? They really don't need an added bonus, but let's give them an added bonus as well.
Pretty good
bonus. If you register, or rather, when you register, you are automatically entered in to win one of 3 prizes. Kevin, because he can't help himself, he always has to give a crazy name to it. You are automatically entered into one of 3 prizes, which what I'm calling great big marriage bag of swag. There you go.
You got your great big something.
I finally got it. So you're going to be registered, entered in to win one of those 3. By the way, that's a $300 value. It's really a really cool prize there.
Very worth.
And we're going to draw
the
some
$20
names.
And
we're going to draw some names.
So generous. You're so generous, honey.
I am, thank you. And so we're going to talk about this in the weeks following as we're building up this, but just want to share with you, if you want to win a great big marriage bag of swag, you're going to have to be on live when we draw your name.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
It's one of those things.
Even if you register and you don't show up, you won't get your...
Nothing for you. So people are like, I think they're trying to get us to stay on. Exactly right. And we know that greed is the thing that moves these people right here.
No.
Just kidding. So we've got lots of things. I think we've explained that here. So you say, wow, how can I sign up to something so incredibly inexpensive, but the price of what it will give me is so over the top? Where do I go? Good question. Also, underneath this, on our YouTube link right here, after we're done, just drop down.
The About section, I think it's called.
In the bio section, the About section.
Bio, whatever.
Clearly, technical geniuses that we are.
What did Chris say something?
Chris?
Description. The description section of this YouTube.
The effervescent and always present Chris Ramos, everyone, our tech guy de jour and excellent. Yeah, so he's really going to help us there. So just go to that. I see our moderators put that also in the chat. That's at milestonechurches.com/stay-home. or just press on the link that's below this recording
description.
right now, and it will take you there. You'll be able to sign up, and make sure you put your address in there, because if you win the prize, we're gonna send it to you. Kevin and Lisa are not gonna drive to your house and drop off the prize, so make sure I mean, you know what I'm saying. We're just not going to do that. We like you.
And what if
everything.
what if someone from India wins the prize? Because we have a lot of Marriage Monday friends from India. So what? We're going to
send it to them. Absolutely. Or
yes.
Or we're going to go to India, you and me. Who knows?
Oh,
probably
yeah.
not.
We're send it with Albert and Rita.
Yeah. We really should have charged more. If we wanted to go to India, we should have charged more for the registration. Okay, listen, we have gone on and on and on. So it's National Spouses Day tomorrow.
We're so excited. February 27th. Really looking forward to it.
Join us for our conference. We're going to come back in the next few weeks. We'll be back. We're going to talk about the conference a little bit more as we sort of build it out. And it's already really built out. But as we anticipate it, we're going to be here. But let's just kind of review.
Okay.
Tomorrow is
Happy National Spouse Day.
Tomorrow's National Spouses Day. We're unofficially declaring this whole week as a National Spouses Week. And we want to encourage you to do really these 3 things at least together. Sometime this week, go for a walk. Spend a little bit of time in prayer. Choose 3 things to pray about. Be unified in that and do that together. Second thing is
serve somebody who lives by themselves.
Somebody who's by themselves right now. Come on, let's just look out for people, right? The third thing, go to your bedroom or wherever you want to in your apartment, your house. Spend a little bit of time together. National Spouse Week. Have a date.
Have a real date.
Bring something to, really show up and not just sort of, walk in and stare at each other, but make it really special at least once this month, this week. Do it this week. And also
play the sharing game.
Well, you can also play the sharing game. And just remember, February 27th, Saturday, we're going to talk about that a lot more, but that is going to be the stay-at-home marriage conference. A lot of exciting things going on. You've been really great tonight. Do me a favor as we conclude. For those of you who are live with us right now, just go ahead and drop in the chat if you're going to be coming to the Stay-at-Home Marriage Conference. Let us know right now for no other reason.
Are you
Keep
coming?
Kevin and Lisa from being insecure.
Just say yes.
No, some people are actually going to come. So drop in. Yes, we'll be there.
Yes.
Absolutely, we'll be there. Yes, we're so excited. We want to pay $200 for registration, not $20. Anything like that would be really, really great.
Yes.
We've had a good time tonight. It's good for us to be back. It's 2021. Marriage Monday is back, and we will be back again when?
In 2 weeks, February 8th.
2 weeks. February 8th, we'll be back. And if your husband tells you, by the way, February 8th is the day after the Super Bowl. So if your husband tells you he can't come to Marriage Monday because Monday Night Football is on, he's lying.
So
or if your wife tells you. There's no more Monday Night Football. Not tonight even. So if your spouse has told you they can't be on tonight, they're lying.
I noticed our numbers have been dropping. Is it football? Is that why?
Of course it's football.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know nothing about marriage and football and Monday nights anyways? Listen, we love you guys. Great to have you here. We will see you not next week, but in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us. Tell your friends. Come back to Marriage Monday. And hopefully next time we're together, we'll have something even better to give you than the 3 things we've given you here tonight. 4, really. 4 things that we've given you. We're just giving stuff away. It's the kind of people we are. Should we say goodbye?
Yes.
Thanks for being with us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. God bless.